Hey everyone, let's jump right into today's explainer. We're going to look at the true everyday realities of modern agriculture, but we're going to do it through a cinematic lens. Usually we get our farming info from, well, really dry statistics or these distant economic reports. But to actually understand what's happening in agriculture right now, we really need to bring it down to the human level.
So I want to kick things off by asking you a direct question. Who are the hands that actually grow your harvest? Seriously, think about your last meal for a second. We are just incredibly disconnected from where our food comes from nowadays. You see the finished, perfectly prepared product on your plate, but there's this vast amount of hidden labor, immense struggle, and deep-rooted tradition behind every single bite. Well, we're about to meet those hands.
Section 1. Blueprint for a documentary.
To really frame this story, our source material gives us these awesome prompts for short documentaries, and each one captures a totally different slice of the human experience. Like for tradition, we have The Last Craftsman. Over under sustainability, there's Plastic to Purpose. Community looks at voices of the market. And for daily life, we've got prompts like Street Food Stories to explore those personal, day-to-day challenges. It's honestly a brilliant way to structure real-world struggles.
So, pulling from those blueprints, we are actually going to mash up two specific concepts today: a day before sunrise and water, every drop counts. By combining these two, we can capture the true modern agricultural struggle. We're going to follow someone who starts their day while the rest of the city is fast asleep, and at the same time, we'll see exactly how they manage the crippling realities of rising costs and severe water scarcity.
Section 2. A day before sunrise.
Let me introduce you to Ahmed. His story is the perfect embodiment of this concept. His workday is, quite frankly, grueling. It kicks off at 4 a.m. While the world is totally dark, he's quietly making tea with his mom and checking the weather. By 6 a.m., dawn is breaking and he's already walking out to his fields. Fast forward to noon, and he is deep in the midday grind. At 1 p.m., he gets a super brief break for lunch with his parents. And finally, by 6 p.m., his day of intense, back-breaking physical labor is just starting to wind down. It is a relentless, exhausting cycle. But you know what really strikes you about all this? He's only 24 years old. 24! That 6 a.m. walk he does every single morning is across land that has been in his family for generations. There is just an immense weight on this young guy's shoulders to keep that family legacy alive, especially in a world that is making it incredibly hard to do so.
Section 3. Threats to modern farming.
We've got to zoom out a bit from Ahmed's morning walk because pure dedication just isn't enough anymore. Agriculture right now is facing this terrifying perfect storm of overlapping threats. First off, rising costs are absolutely suffocating farmers, just squeezing their profit margins to the absolute breaking point. Second, unpredictable weather patterns are totally wrecking harvest cycles. But the third one, that's the most critical: water scarcity. When your well dries up, your entire livelihood literally disappears overnight. It's an immediate, existential crisis. And honestly, because of these immense pressures, the absolutely exorbitant costs, the terrifying lack of water, a lot of people just throw in the towel. Ahmed's own friends are packing up and moving to the city to find easier, more stable incomes. Yet, Ahmed stays put. He really embodies this stubborn, incredible resilience against totally overwhelming odds. Section 4. Every drop counts. Which brings us right into the harsh reality of that midday sun. Step 1, watering the crops. This isn't just turning on a sprinkler. It's a highly calculated, desperate management of a drought-prone environment where literally every single drop of water is fighting to keep a plant alive. Step 2, he's repairing his essential tools entirely by hand. Why? Because the rising costs of equipment mean buying new parts is completely out of the question. And step 3, talking with neighboring farmers. Because in conditions like this, community isn't just nice to have, it's a vital survival tool.
This lunch break dynamic is super fascinating. It brilliantly highlights a huge generational divide. When Ahmed comes home for lunch, his parents are bursting with immense pride for him, but it's completely overshadowed by this deep, deep worry about the farm's financial future. I mean, they've watched the weather change and the costs skyrocket for decades. But Ahmed? He is highly hopeful. Despite the insane hours and the bone-dry wells, he actually believes that hard work and modern farming techniques can save their livelihood.
Section 5. Preserving the family legacy. So as that harsh midday sun finally gives way to the evening, picture the wind just sweeping through the crops. As Ahmed sits there quietly watching his fields, we find out what really drives him.
He isn't just trying to survive the current season, he actually dreams of expanding the farm. He wants to beat those rising costs and tackle the resource scarcity head on, so he can build a future where this tradition definitely doesn't end with him.
The whole takeaway of this documentary blueprint really boils down to Ahmed's own words. He says, "People see food on their tables, but they rarely see the hands that grow it. As long as I can work this land, I will never give up." I mean, wow. That just perfectly captures the immense hidden labor of modern agriculture, doesn't it?
So I'm throwing it right back to you. How connected are you to the hands that grow your harvest? The next time you sit down to eat, I really want you to remember Ahmed. Remember the daily fight for water, that uphill battle against skyrocketing costs, and the quiet, stubborn resilience that goes into every single meal. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer today, and as always, keep asking questions.